Today, you're likely getting a fresh, beautiful, wonderful new start after having experienced a great loss here. The Fool card represents our desire to step off that cliff and take a chance. And it is a good chance to take when we see it here in the upright. Notice all the yellow in the card. This is a happy card. This is something that is joyful. Now, that is being paired with the Five of Cups and the overall energy here. The Five of Cups is all about sorrow, loss, grief. Notice how he's focused very much on these three cups that have fallen down, but he still has two cups in the back. He still has something going on here. And I really feel like this is likely related to either a relationship loss or a job loss, that you're now getting a fresh new beginning or a fresh new start. So he had this, I really am leaning more towards job loss here, but it could be relationship loss. You had this big devastating maybe layoff or breakup that happened in the past, and now we have something new, brand new and exciting coming in, and I feel like you have this exciting offer coming towards you. Representing you in the middle here is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands, that's how he has basically the whole world in his hands. And he's looking out into the ocean and just sort of waiting to try to figure out which pathway forward is going to be right for him. And I feel like this has been your energy since that big loss that you experienced, whether that was a layoff or it was a relationship breakup. I am feeling that people are going to resonate with this reading. It's more like the job situation, but doesn't have to be. But he is trying to figure out, what path forward do I have? And so this looks and feels a lot to me like a situation where maybe you're getting back on the dating apps if it was a breakup, or you're just cutting out your resume to a bunch of different places and a bunch of different jobs. So you have some related experience, but it's a little different from what you're doing. And it just feels like timing has been working against you with the Wheel of Fortune in the challenge position here. So Wheel of Fortune is all about the universe stepping in and taking control, things happening that are completely outside of your control. The Wheel of Fortune just turns. Sometimes you're on the top of the wheel, like the blue dude here. Sometimes you're on the bottom of the wheel, like the red dude here. All right. And it's out of your control. And I feel like whether it was a breakup or it was a job loss, it just felt completely out of your control and really unfair. And now you've just been in this energy of, what do I do? See, this is part of why I've been leaning a little more towards this being a career reading. I really felt like you had victory here. I feel like with this last situation, you felt like that could be a good long-term fit for you. You felt like you had really won the prize, but instead everything went wrong, right? That's kind of how I'm feeling here with the Six of Wands reversed, right? Instead of having victory and notoriety and really accomplishing that goal that you've had for quite some time, instead, all you experienced was misery and loss. If this was a layoff, I feel like it was a layoff after just having a job for a short amount of time. Or if this was a sudden breakup, maybe the relationship just really didn't even get off the ground before it crashed and burned. However, recently, the scales have been tipping in your favor, right? We've got the Justice card in the recent past. So the Justice card is about legal matters. So maybe you got a fat severance, or maybe we've been on the lookout for jobs and there are some positions out there that have been taking a really strong look at you. And so you do have some offers in the works, some contracts being written up as we speak, whether or not you know about those contracts yet. But something in the recent past, the scales are going into balance for you. Things are being set right for you, whether or not you see it in your 3D. Now, if this was a relationship and a relationship breakup, then it is that I feel like there's something better or someone better for you. So I mentioned maybe you're on the dating apps. Well, someone has already seen you, seen your value, and seen your worth, and they're about to head towards you. That's how I feel like justice is sort of playing out if this is more of a relationship situation. Now, at the highest point here is Four of Swords reversed. What this tells me is all of this happened, this great loss that now is resulting in a beautiful new beginning that is going to make you incredibly happy. and not really knowing which way to go and feeling kind of out of control. All of that happened to give you actually a period of rest. What's interesting about the Four of Swords is this is about being within your own energy and taking the time to rest and to heal. It's about convalescence, right? I feel like you might have been sick recently, but we've healed, right? So this is in the reverse. It's a position where we've done the healing. We were put in time out, I feel like, after this loss, so that you could heal, so that you could rest up for what's going to be an exciting new adventure here. At the highest point, we've done our resting, we've done our healing, we are ready and set to go. And Page of Wands in the near future, that says to me, you are about to go on just super exciting journey. Page of Wands, it indicates travel. It indicates learning. It indicates to me that if this is a job situation or a job offer, it might be one where maybe you never really considered working in a particular location before or in a particular field before, but you've got your foot in the door somewhere, and it's going to be actually really exciting and interesting for you, right? It's going to be something that really pays off. If this is more of the relationship situation, this is just having fun with someone and likely meeting them at a new place, someplace you've never really been before, whether you meet them on vacation or you meet them at a new coffee shop down the road. It has got fun, energetic feel to it. All right, so at the bottom, sort of basically representing you in this situation again. So I feel like this situation, you've been overthinking it. You've been sitting there going, why did this happen? Oh my gosh. If it was a layoff, it just completely caught you off guard. Or if it was a breakup, it completely caught you off guard. And you've been trapped in your own head a little bit about it. Am I doing wrong? Which is understandable when we have a big loss like that. But you're finally realizing it was nothing you did. It really had nothing to do with you, right? It had nothing to do with this was a job. This was just bad corporate decision making. It really didn't have anything to do with you. If this was a relationship, it was because this person, they weren't ready for a relationship. And again, it was nothing you did. And so the advice here is to just keep swimming, basically, with the Knight of Pentacles. I like that phrase for this card. So Knight of Pentacles, he is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This does, to me, that's why I'm leaning more towards the work scenario. This does indicate to me an offer of something like a job. The Knights are the delivers of messages, the delivers of offers. But it could just simply be like meeting someone at work, if this is more of a relationship thing, or meeting someone new but taking it slow. But that is the advice here. The advice is just keep putting one foot in front of the other, honey. You're on the right path, right? Just keep putting in those applications. Keep going on those interviews if this is a job situation. You are going to get a good little offer here. Or if you're dating, you just keep scrolling through the dating apps or are going out there meeting new people. This is going to lead to something that's going to move steadily forward, right? This is steady progress. This is what you want to see with a long-term relationship or a strong, solid career move. So either way, the advice is just take your time. All right, your biggest hopes and fears here being represented by the Five of Swords in reverse. Ooh, honey, I feel like you've had to deal with some real bullying, controlling energy before in your past. And so you are just hoping that nobody's going to be a jerk to you. You have a little bit of low expectations here. If this was a layoff, you're mostly just hoping you don't get laid off again. And I feel like, honestly, that is the scenario. I don't think whatever comes in the door next for you, I do feel like this is going to be a good, steady, slow build, but long-term fit for you. I don't feel like there's any danger here of you being hurt or laid off again. Same thing if this is a relationship. There's a good, slow, steady build to this relationship. And so there shouldn't be any of those controlling red flags. And of course there is, then that's not right for you. Ultimately, we end this reading with the Queen of Swords. All right. So ultimately, I feel like you went through all this to learn a lesson. So Queen of Swords, she is the widow of the tarot. She has loved, she has lost, and she has learned from her experiences. And now she can cut through the BS with that big old sword of hers. So I feel like if this is a job situation, there were red flags with this company or corporation that you got laid off from, but you ignored it. And now you can see, I know what to look for now. I know how to spot the BS now. You are wiser for this situation. Now, if this was a relationship, there were probably red flags with that person. And now you just are like, no, I ain't putting up with that nonsense anymore. All right. So this actually sounds really positive. You're going to have an exciting offer coming your way here. It's going to maybe lead you to travel or might be a new location. We're going to have some excitement. I feel like the wheel is turning in your favor with this whole situation. And this looks like a beautiful brand new beginning. All right. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it was, please do like the video. Please subscribe to the channel below.